Hi Nick.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, good to see you.
And you are?
Gavin Donoghue, so I'm from the fluid analysis lab. You're here on site.
Yeah,
I understand you've brought the samples
we've got
from
samples for you, so let's go and see what the results are.
Excellent.
Well, Gav, it's a very impressive facility you've got here. Tell us a bit about what goes on here.
Yeah, so I mean we're midway through the working day. As you can see, there's plenty of samples being unpackaged, working through the process here. That's spanning oil, coolant, fuel, AdBlue, the full range of different fluids that we test here at the lab. So we're going to run the process with the samples from the Iron Planet auction and hopefully give you a much better insight into some of the detailed tests that we do to get a really good understanding of the health of that machine.
So Gavin, can you tell us a bit about why Iron Planet use this service?
Yeah, absolutely. So Iron Planet use the sampling service to make sure that all the assets they're putting into the auctions are fit for purpose. It gives them a good level of confidence that what they're selling is a good product to the end user, particularly with some of the machines. We're testing engine oil samples, we're testing the gearboxes, the transmissions, the hydraulic circuits, the coolant and the fuel. So that gives a really good understanding of the whole health of that particular machine.
Brilliant, let's go and take a look.
Great, okay.
Hi Harry, it's Nick Drew.
Nice to meet you.
So now I've brought the samples. Can
Right.
you tell us a bit about what you're going to do now?
Yeah, so samples arrive in these jiffy bags.
Yep.
So basically we open up the sample, separate the samples out by compartment. So if it's an oil sample, if it's a fuel sample, if it's a coolant sample. In this case we've got two coolant samples. Samples get separated out by compartment. So in this case we've got a engine,
Yep.
we've got ourselves a hydraulic sample and two coolant samples as well. And this will now go through the lab, gets batched up into a tray, and it'll go around the lab in the production process.
Today we're going to focus on the engine oil. Can you take us now and show us how you do your engine oil samples?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Harry, tell us what you're doing here.
Yeah. So this instrument is infrared. We analyse for nitration, sulfation, soot, and oxidation. So basically we're checking the condition of the oil itself.
Yeah.
So we're telling the end user if it's in a usable state or not.
Okay, so what are you doing now then, Harry?
So this is particle counts. This particular instrument is technology developed by Lockheed Martin. So we're measuring the number of particles and the size of particles. Anything less than 70 microns. Particle counts is one of the more important tests. It tells the customer how clean the oil is. So this particular instrument has a built-in camera which takes an image of the sample as it flushes through the tube, and basically it measures the number of particles by counting the particles.
Yeah, that's great. Let's move on to the final process then.
Cool.
Okay, Harry, tell me a bit about what's happening in this stage of the process.
So this particular instrument is ICP OES. We're basically checking for trace metals. As you can see, the auto sampler is washing the probes. So the auto sampler is basically shaking the next sample, and it's about to take up 2 ml of sample, which you can see running through the tube. That's pumped through all the way through to the spray chamber, goes through the nebulizer, which is turned into vapor, and that vapor is drawn through this plasma. This plasma is at 5,000 Kelvin, which is roughly the same temperature of the surface of the sun. That gets vaporized, and the atoms are excited and turned into ions. There's a whole combination of mirrors in this ICP, and the ions get deflected using those mirrors, and it's picked up by the detector, and it gives off a particular wavelength, and from that you can tell which trace element is in the oil.
So Gavin, we've been through the process here now. How does this information then get to the customer?
Yeah, exactly. So the data is then all uploaded into the LIMS system, the Lab Information Management System. That then gets ported upstairs to the team in the office. They'll then get access to all that data. They'll look through the exact sample results for this particular sample. They'll also look at the trending and the history over time. And in most examples, a lot of the CAT machines that go into the auction, we've serviced throughout their life, so we've got a good data set. And then based on that and the understanding with the data, the oil type, the application, we can give a meaningful result and provide that category, whether it's a red sample, an amber or a green. And we'll see that very soon with the samples from the auction.
Well, it's been a really interesting day today, looking at the oil sampling process. You know, to be honest, it's something that you don't really see or even think about. But it's nice to know that this kind of thing's going on in the background, so you know that what's going on inside the engine of any potential machine you're going to buy. Really interesting.